What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Real Film Pod. My name is Jameson here with Lucas, and today we are going to be ranking all Pixar films, excluding Toy Story 5. Unfortunately, we have not gotten a chance to see it. We've been busy, real world life. Um,
Jobs.
yeah, but we are going to be ranking all the 30, including Hoppers, which we have both been able to check out.
Yep.
Excited to do this. Always wanted to do this.
Yeah, this is my childhood, man. So I've always wanted to get around to this. I figure it's the perfect time to get around to it since we just got Toy Story 5, even though we're not going to be able to rank it, unfortunately. I have heard things that it actually is a very good Toy Story
I mean, it
film.
talks about real
Yeah,
life
yeah, real
things
world
with
things. Yeah, with
you
what?
know, technology kind of taking over and replacing toys. I mean, that's the whole
Yeah.
central theme of the movie.
Yeah, I'm excited to check it out. So yeah, that's all I gotta say for the intro. Let's get right into it.
Here we
Go.
go.
Everybody got our categories up here pretty much the same as they usually are. Great, goat, great, just good, mid, and ass. Ass. As John Cena says, right? Here's a clip.
Yes, as John Cena says.
Alrighty.
So
So
yeah, let's get into this first movie that we're starting out with, and I think this movie speaks for itself. And I feel like we would be doing it a disservice if we didn't start with this.
this
Toy
starts it
Story.
all, man. This is a fan favorite. You got Tim Allen as Buzz, you got Tom Hanks as Woody. I mean, and they're still making movies to this day. They're still putting out Toy Story 5 just came out. And this movie came out in 1995.
Yeah, we're in the
That's crazy.
Did it come out? No,
95 it came out.
95.
95.
Yeah, that was bad. That's the 20th century. We're in the 21st century now. That's crazy to think about
I
that.
mean, you got Pizza Planet, you got the fucking army people, you got the alien dude saying the claw.
I mean, Pizza Planet is in every single Pixar film now. I mean, it's so iconic. They'll always sneak in Pizza Planet somehow, some way.
You got fucking Sid destroying the fucking toys.
Well, yeah, this is a great story about a friendship between two toys, and then a kid who adores these toys that he tells stories with, as we've all done probably with action figures or whatever. And I think just this movie does a great job in encapsulating all of that
Um,
that we've all felt at some point in time
And
as
you got the
kids.
whole story between, Woody getting jealous that Andy finally got Buzz Lightyear, the Lightyear that finally arrived. Buzz having that problem in the problem with, hey, he was not the Buzz Lightyear, and we have that whole film about that.
But there's
That's
that
just fucking
internal
solid.
conflict between Woody and Buzz because Woody feels like he's been replaced. Woody used to be Andy's, number one,
Mhm.
favorite figure, and then Buzz kind of came
Buzz
along,
arrived. Yep, yep.
and he felt like now he was being
You
replaced
get the
and didn't like
relationship
that.
with Bo Peep and Woody, who we see later on in Toy Story 4.
But after this, they both become great friends, and it was a
Movie
sweet.
all along was fucking great. That being said,
This goes and go.
no question.
No question.
Question about it, man. It's gotta go and go. It's got to. I forgot. My cursor is over here. Toy Story. Now it is going and go. Is it going to be first? Probably not. We got a lot of films. I see a film in here that I already know is going to be my number one. You might be different on it, but we'll see. Next up, we're staying on the Toy Story. Oh, I guess we're just going to do all the movies in order.
So we
Toy Story 4.
Toy Story 4. Well, no, let's just do two. Let's not confuse it.
Okay, we're going to do 2, 3, and then 4.
Yeah. Okay, so Toy Story 2 came out in 99. This is, I feel like there's a lot of, build up and also anticipation and kind of pressure on this movie to kind of meet the standards that the first one had set. And I
All right,
think
I'm going to
this
pause it
movie,
in a second.
I think this
I got to pause you for a second. I'm looking at this list. This might be the best sequel in Pixar history.
Toy Story 2?
Yeah. Maybe
No,
Monsters University.
no, yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I
Maybe
said, I
Monsters
feel like this
University.
movie is. I mean, look, like I said, no, it's good. I do the same thing. I think there was a lot of build up
Yep.
on trying to meet the standards that the first one had set, and I think this movie does a great job in doing that. And I think,
They had it.
in my opinion, this is. I think This is great storytelling, you know, with Woody kind of finding out, that there was actually a TV show about him, meeting we get to see Bullseye, Jesse, Stinky Pete, Alice
Yeah,
Storybook.
Jesse's first appearance, yep, and
Yeah,
you see how I love that first scene when Jesse and Bullseye finally meet Woody, and he's like, you're here," when you see Woody with all the posters around him, all that stuff around him, that was awesome.
and he was, because at this point, so Woody, he was gonna go to camp with Andy, and then,
Mhm,
his arm broke, or not, it
yep,
became he had to get stitched up and whatever. So, he was put on the top shelf where that's where all the broken toys go to pretty much die.
and hey, if we never got this movie, we never had that satisfying most satisfying scene of the Woody cleaning. Remember that scene?
Oh, that was like your first ever kind of like ASMR.
Yeah, yeah, it was. That put me to sleep. I put that on a few nights. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Did it actually?
Yeah, put me to sleep.
No, the Woody cleaning scene, yeah, definitely
Instant
iconic.
classic.
And then Stinky Pete, he's supposed to be like because when you collect action figures, they're supposed to be in mint condition, never come out of the box. Him kind
Yeah,
of being a surprising twist villain. There's always Pixar's always good with
Sticky Pete, yep.
twist villains, like with like in Coco, but we'll get to that
He's
eventually.
basically gotta live in a museum forever. He's trapped there. And you see, Jesse's backstory. I like that. Jesse's whole backstory.
And the lore is that Jesse's original owner was Andy's mom because she has the same hat.
Oh.
Andy wears the Jesse hat in the first one. Did you know about
Yeah, she
that?
did w he did wear the hat,
So
yeah. Interesting.
that's the kind of, well, that's the theory,
And
but
Jesse's a, fan favorite now.
yeah, I think Toy Story 5 is really her arc. I know I didn't see
And
it,
we
but
saw, some stuff
I've
about it.
heard reviews about it.
So, this movie is going to go.
Goat.
But is it going in front of Toy Story 1? That's the question.
It's
For
a,
me, it goes behind. For you,
I
I
mean,
don't
I
know.
love the adventure of, all the toys going to find Woody and bring him back. That was one of my favorite things. Actually, the second Pixar movie was Bug's Life, actually.
Was it? Oh,
I
it's not.
I think it
I
was.
think it's all this, yeah, yeah. I got it
But
behind, but you guys can pick for us.
yeah, we'll just keep it there.
Keep in the comments.
Toy
Next
Story
one.
3,
I'll start this one. This film,
because I guess I don't have a choice.
well, no. I'm letting you speak. Piggyback off me. This film was so much fun. This is, I think, where the Toy Story trilogy should have ended. At a perfect ending. With
I wanted to say
setting,
that, but
with
you get to steal my thunder.
Andy. What he's saying, so long to Andy. Andy moving over to college. You meet Lotso, the bear, one of the most
Best twist
best
villain.
villain in maybe in Pixar history. I don't know. He's up there. No point to raise your hand.
Um, no, I like you said, I completely agree. This is where the trilogy should have ended.
Mhm,
Andy giving his toys away to Bonnie, kind of being like a great send off,
mm,
ending his story, ending his arc. Just I feel like that is kind of where it all should have ended.
yeah,
I really don't like the fact that now. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. The sequels out there that are good, but
yeah.
I don't
4 is
think
fine
it
with me.
lives up to
The first 3.
the first 3, not at all. I'm not saying they're bad, but I feel like this would have been a great send off for
And
the whole
fucking
entire story.
Woody telling all them that Andy's just leaving us in the attic. "He's leaving. He was putting you in the attic." And then all of them, "No, fucking here's the clip."
Want us anymore. He was putting you in the attic!
But all of them not understanding that. And, them all being excited to finally see what they're always so excited to see Woody, which
You
is great.
are a toy.
Woody's got some
That
funny fucking
that
quotes,
was from the first Toy Story, though.
man.
I was kind of like,
Lotso's backstory with his owner, her
he's
him
another.
thinking she just moved on, but she just lost them is what
A
happened.
lot of these villains
Him and
are
Baby,
are
yep,
broken.
him and Big Baby. And you get the backstory from the clown. Forgot the clown's name.
Oh yeah, it used to be Lotso, Big Baby, and the clown. They were the big
What
three.
was the clown's
They
fuck?
were
What was
all.
the clown's name?
I don't fucking know, dude.
Something funny.
Let us know in the comments, or we'll put it up on the
This
screen.
movie was so good.
I think it's got to go in order. I think one, two, three.
It's my favorite Toy Story movie. It just had a perfect ending, man. The way the toys were almost got killed and they all held hands together, that was fucking amazing. Lotso, you think Lotso's gonna end up being together, they're gonna end up all leaving together, and him just going up there, he didn't end up hitting the button, he just left, and then he got on the fucking truck at the end.
Yeah.
So I think this is I don't that's me. That's me, but you can have your opinion. I know you wanna put Toy Story above Toy Story 3. A lot of people would, but I just think this movie was just perfect.
You know what? I'll give you your flowers.
Okay.
You
You guys can let us know down in the comments, but this movie to me was just perfect. Next up, we got Toy Story 4, and this is gonna be the first Toy Story movie, spoiler, that is not gonna be a GOAT.
no. Um, yeah, this is the I think a lot of people when this movie came out were kind of shocked that they were going to be making another Toy
Yeah,
Story.
I was. I mean,
Because
Toy Story 3 came out in 2010.
I mean, 3 had such a good send off, so then to make a fourth movie, I felt like it was kind of just random.
It was. This movie was really about Woody and Bo Peep. It was about we met Forky. Finally meet Forky.
Actually, he's a spork, spoon slash fork.
Oh, is yep. Spoon, yeah, you're right. Yep.
I could never tell if they were calling him Sporky or Forky.
Forky, yep. Forky kept wanting to, he wanted to fucking kill himself, and Woody was like, "Dude, no." And that whole scene with him and Woody and him walking, bonding with the toys. Yeah, this movie,
I mean, I like the fact we got to see Bo Peep because we never saw what happened to her in Toy Story 3. We just knew that she wasn't with them, but it was cool to see that she was a badass and her job was to save unwanted toys. That was pretty much
yeah.
it.
And Woody just realizing it's time to move on.
Yeah,
That's the biggest.
that was another.
That was the biggest.
I think that was a good send off too. Saying goodbye to Buzz.
Same goodbye to Buzz. That could have ended there too. But now we're on Toy Story 5, and I think Toy Story 6 is confirmed. So here we are.
I think they gotta put this to bed eventually, man. Tim Allen
I
and
don't
Tom
want them
Hanks, they
to.
aren't getting any younger.
I don't want them to like just milk the fucking series and
Tarnish its legacy.
fucking go to 7 movies and 8 movies like Scream is doing. Not that Scream has anything to do with Pixar, but yeah, this movie I think is just good. Might even be.
Whoa, mid is
I
crazy.
wasn't just good.
I wasn't even gonna put it in just good. I was gonna say great, like low end to great.
All right. Since you gave me my flowers last one, I'll give you your flowers.
But like you said, let us know in the comments. It really could go either way. All right, so now we start off with Bugs Life, the second, the second ever Pixar movie, and it's actually one of the few Pixar movies that actually did not get a sequel.
This one's actually is a fun film. It's really about an underdog story, about standing up to your peers, standing up to people. It was a fun story. It was a fun movie. And yeah, you're right. It did not get a sequel, but I don't think it really needed a sequel.
Right. And this
Um,
is also, well, we learn about, like you said, underdog and Flick,
mhm,
who's trying to fit in and put his colony in danger because, Hopper, he was the one who, because they got to harvest and do all that shit. And Hopper, he
yeah.
needs to take his portion of like the food. I think
They basically
that's
find
what they
yeah,
do.
he's basically finding basically all these ants to find the courage to stand up to him and all the grasshoppers. I think it's a really fun movie. This one I got in
This is kind of like you said, it's like a
it's a good
teamwork
standalone.
movie.
It's a good standalone.
It is.
It's good for for little kids that are trying to find their way, trying to build courage. It's a good movie if you're gonna play in class as a teacher or something.
And overcoming fear pretty much. So
Yeah,
I think fear is like the central theme and feeling like you don't fit in, but
yeah, it's a good movie. Yeah,
not letting that, take over and kind of rising above those challenges that you might face in your everyday
I
life.
remember watching this as a kid, and I actually really did enjoy it. I thought it was a good story.
So yeah, I think this goes in great. It's
It is.
better than Toy Story
It
4.
has a good story to it.
I think this is better than Toy Story
Oh
4.
yeah, I believe so. Next up, I'm excited for this
We
one.
got Monsters Incorporated. This is probably one of the best Pixar films ever.
So this is a fun film. Starts off strong and it ends strong, and right away, this movie's going to go.
Absolutely. I'd say that's tough between Toy Story 2 and Monsters Inc.
We're gonna leave it how it is right now. Let me talk about it. We're gonna talk about it.
All right.
So we meet Sully and Boo, and we meet
Mike
Mike
Wazowski.
Wazowski.
And probably one of the best antagonists ever, Randall.
Randall. Oh, wow.
Randall Boggs.
This was a fun movie. The whole relationship between Boo and Sully, between Mike
I think
Wazowski.
I think
Just
the
fun film.
concept of the film really works, that the world that the monsters live in runs on fear from like the children and like I mean that's the whole premise like the scarers they go into the room scare the kids and then
The
that's
full
how
first
they
act.
and
Yeah.
that's how they get the energy to keep the world going pretty much.
Mhm.
So I think that premise itself is great and has all I mean it also creates that concept of like oh there's a monster hiding in my closet, you
And
know?
there's a part where some of the monsters, they didn't wanna be scary, they actually wanted to fit in with people, and it's a
Like
story about how today actually is, how the real world is, and not everyone can fit in with each other, you know, if you got
like
a disease,
fitting in. What are you talking
you know,
about?
if you
That's
think
more
you're
of like
scary.
Monsters that's more Monsters University where Mike
Oh, yeah, I'm thinking of Monsters
yeah, well,
University.
he well, that's well, I guess this could be a good segue, but
Okay, we're putting Monsters Inc. Yeah, I was thinking of Monsters University, I get
yeah,
them mixed up sometimes.
Monsters Inc. is rightfully so and go
Yeah, Monsters University,
great above Bugs Life.
top tier.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
Monsters University and Monsters Inc. both very good films. A movie that at first when I watched it, I didn't think needed a sequel. But now that I've seen the sequel, I do think it needed it.
and this is where we get to see the origins of Mike Wazowski and Sully. I mean, because in Monsters Inc., we see, they have this great dynamic. I mean, they butt heads here and there, but they are great friends. And we actually see that, they were actually kind of like, you know, Mike Wazowski, he's like that nerd that knows everything. But like Sully, it's
The
like
Scarer.
well, no, yes, but he's like the jock
On my
who's
computer.
trying to live up to his father's legacy. His father is probably well, we hear that his father's one of the best scarers ever, and he kind of can get away with that. And as his father being one of the top tiers, you know, he since he has that name, he kind of gets those privileges and
Mhm.
whatever. And then you got Dean Harpscrabble, who is like, I don't care if you're Sullivan, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I really like that dynamic between Mike being the nerd, Sully being the jock, and then
Yeah.
them, and then
See a lot of movies now.
the fact that they did the scare games.
Hmm.
I really enjoy the scare games, and them trying with Uzma Kappa too. Sorry, I'm probably talking a lot. Let me give you a chance to.
You basically stole everything. I was gonna say.
Well, also, also these. Well, the whole premise to it was, Mike. He wanted to
It
be.
was Mike's story.
He
It
wanted to
was
be a
about Mike
scare, but
Wazowski.
he just wasn't scary.
It wasn't. At the end of the day, that's what it was.
But he didn't let that. He didn't let
It
that
was like
get to
Stoli
him.
was this big, this big fucking guy was scaring everybody, but at the end of the day,
And this is
that's
actually
okay. That's okay.
this is where we meet Randall too, and learn that he actually wasn't uh bad. He was also a nerd too, but he wanted to. He was part of the other fraternity home.
He didn't. Yeah, he
Can't
villain
remember.
that did not want to be a villain, pretty much, and that's
And
they
then
screwed
the
on him.
way his villain arc starts, and he hates Sully because he
Mhm.
kind of screwed him in those scare games,
I
and
kind of felt bad for him.
that's kind of why he lost, and that's how his villain arc started was because of Sully.
And when we do a Pixar villain ranking, I would put
That's
him
actually
in
not
a broken villain
broken. Yeah.
instead of pure evil, because I do believe he's a broken villain.
So moving on, we have Finding Nemo, and Lucas. Since I kind of took over Monsters University, I will hand this off to you.
Yeah, so Finding Nemo, a very good film. Is this movie really did not need a sequel, I don't think. But this movie was about
But we're not talking about the sequel, are we?
Marlin, Marvin,
Marvin?
Marlin.
No, Marvin.
No, Marlin,
Marlin?
Marlin.
Well, let us
Who
know if
is
he's
a?
right.
It's his name is Marlin.
Not Marvin?
His name is Marlin.
Okay. And
Who
Nemo, of
is a
course.
very overprotective dad. Won't let his son do anything because actually, in the beginning of the film, all his babies die except for one fish, and that was Nemo,
By an eel.
who
Yeah, his
has
wife died too.
his wife died too,
That was actually really
who
sad.
has the little fin, funny fin. We meet Dory in this film. We meet the shark Bruce. Nebo is captured by a scuba diver, and basically the whole film, they're actually
Who's
trying to
Nebo?
find Nemo.
Who's Nebo?
And Marlin teams up with Dory, who keeps forgetting what she's doing, and we finally learn that in the sequel of the film. This is a very fun film. We meet the turtles. the turtles. That was
Yeah,
fun.
the hippie turtle, whatever his name.
So this movie, where's my mouse? There it is. It's a very fun film. I got this in goat
I love how you put it in Go and you hardly explained anything that happened in the movie.
because I don't care about your opinion.
Well, we care about your opinion.
Where you got it?
Well, no. I want to hear why it's in Go. I'm not saying I'm not disagreeing
It's
with
a
you.
very fun film. This whole movie, you're basically searching for Nemo. I love the relationship between Dory and Marlin. I love how you're just searching for your son. I love the whole thing at the dentist when Nemo met all those
Puffer
different
fish.
creatures. You get the puffer fish.
Papa, a papa
Oh,
fish?
what are they
What was
called?
a papa fish?
Shut up, Dick.
No, I actually like the relationship with Marlin and
Dory.
Dory, and I actually feel bad for Marlin and Nemo, kind of just like ignoring him and thinking he's not.
And Dory's finally learned to start trusting people.
Well, like I feel because he's
Others,
overprotective
I
for
should
a good
say.
reason. He doesn't want to lose his son, and so I feel bad for him a little bit. He's not. He's a good dad.
It was until, he realized what happened. He's like, oh, I touched the butt. And then he got taken. So, oh, Nemo right here. I got Nemo here. I think that's a good spot for it. I think it's definitely behind Monsters Inc. I think that's a good spot for it.
I think it goes in just good.
Hell no.
I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with
Hell no. All right, next up we have the sequel, Finding Dory. You can start this one off.
you. Yes, because I know exactly what happens in this movie.
This movie is just basically about finding Dory.
Yeah, and we learn about her origin story and how she, became so forgetful. Do you know that Ellen DeGeneres actually voices her?
I think everybody knows
Oh,
that.
well, if you didn't, now you know. Yeah.
I think the comments will say that everybody knows that too. I think
Um,
that's a pretty common thing to know. Well, maybe you're living under a rock and you're Patrick Star. So you meet Hank the
Octopus.
octopus. Love that character. But this movie really
It's kind
is
of boring.
not.
It's nothing. It didn't
So
really.
when I watched it in the drive-ins. I watched it in the drive-ins 3 times. Um,
I don't think it really
when I was a
encaptured.
kid,
Man,
when I was a
I
kid,
know how you feel
when I
now.
was a kid, I did actually really enjoy this film. But now looking back at it, I really don't think that I needed a whole story about Dory. No offense to Dory, but I don't really think we need an entire movie based on Dory.
No, and I like I was gonna say originally,
But actually, I think I'm just fucking.
I don't think this a movie encaptures anything that its predecessor did. I think it just falls short. Not saying it's god awful, but it's really not a great movie. And I think this is gonna go in meh or
Just
mid
good.
mid. Nah, it's. I mean, you could put it'd be in the low end, just good. I just don't think it's got a lot that's left to be desired, and I didn't find it to be super engaging as some other movies. I mean, if you want to, I don't know. But
I think it's a good spot
we
for it.
can change it later. The next movie we have The Incredibles, and this is probably one of my favorite Pixar films. It is definitely up in GOAT, no doubt about it. At least the first one. One of the best villains. We have Syndrome, who's actually probably another broken film. Who won? He
Broken
idol
film.
bro broken villain who he idolized Mr. Incredible as a kid and wanted to be just like him. He kind of wanted to be like his sidekick, and but him, Mr. Incredible, telling him
Mhm.
kind of fuck off pretty much. That
Yeah.
it
It's
kind
really
of that
about
destroyed
family.
him.
This movie's about family. Family of superheroes working together. Got Mr. Incredible,
Well,
who was lured into a very dangerous mission to defeat. What's his name?
it's the robot thing.
Yeah,
No, but no, actually, this is
Villain Syndrome.
there you go. Um, what?
Villain Syndrome. They got
First
defeated. Yep.
Syndrome.
Syndrome.
But he had these robots that he made to defeat the
Mhm.
heroes. So, if you don't remember, so actually in the beginning of the movie, we learned that the banned superheroes because they thought that they were too dangerous.
Yep.
So you have superheroes like Mr. Incredible, who has a day job, works in a cubicle and
Mhm.
whatever, and because superheroes have been disbanded, but then there's got the side mission that he was going on. It was actually kind of was a setup by Syndrome to put him through that. And this is where we also learn too about the executions of other superheroes. Syndrome made these weapons to pretty much so he offed a bunch of superheroes, and each villain that beat like his robot, he upgraded to make stronger and stronger
Mhm.
to to kill these superheroes pretty much. Um,
It's a
and that's
great
why
story. It's a
yeah,
great
that's why
story.
he's one of the best villains ever. It is
It's a great
extremely
story. It's
dark.
about family all working together. They're all the strongest when they're together, and that's really what's great in
Dash,
this movie.
Violet,
And this movie is going in
Goat,
ass.
Goat.
Goat, but it is
Whoa!
actually
I think just behind Toy Story 1. It's a really good movie, though. Don't get me wrong.
yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
I actually kind of want to watch Incredibles tonight. Not gonna lie.
Incredibles is a great film.
So
Next
yeah,
up, we're on Incredibles. Who?
and the third one is coming out
Yep,
somewhat soon.
2027.
Yeah, so Incredibles 2. Now this movie is interesting because this obviously falls short of the first
Yeah,
Incredibles.
absolutely.
And it kind of took what made Incredibles 1 so good, away. Um Incredibles 1, it had like this dark eeriness. And this movie, it just seemed like it was made more for, I mean, these movies are made for kids, but
This
now
one's more, yeah, not as dark as the first
superheroes have been, I'd say I want to say that they've been, welcomed again by society or
one.
been accepted. We have this new villain
Green Slaver.
screen yeah, Screenslaver, who is actually a really cool concept, but we learned that the Screenslaver as it isn't really like the actual villain. I mean, he was wearing these glasses that kind of hypnotized him. It was actually the I can't remember her name, but it's another twist villain scenario. And I think that's kind of where the movie fell flat. I think the first two acts are good, but the third act it kind of just fell on its face.
Yeah, basically the family got to reunite again and uncover the truth of what was going on. And basically the whole third act is it's just blah.
Well, this is also too where they hypnotized Elastigirl,
Mhm.
and I think this is definitely more about her and her story as being
More than just the whole family kind of thing, which makes her
exactly.
incredible. And this movie, it,
I think it goes no, it's just good. I don't. I think mid would
it's
be
below it.
just good. All right, next movie we
Cars
have
trilogy.
Cars.
Oh boy.
So I just want to make it apparent real quick. Cars is probably one of the weakest Pixar films. The trilogy is one of the weakest ever.
I
Am I?
agree with you.
So Cars 1 though. Cars 1 is obviously the best out of them. I think I
Of
like
course. Yeah, of
the
course.
idea of cars, kind of, being about, this race car who's cocky, arrogant rookie, who has, disregards for anybody. He is, you know, an attention-starved, egotistical prick, Lightning
Tell
McQueen.
us how you really feel.
Well, no, no, no. But then he gets humbled after when he goes to Radiator Springs and, meets, the people of the town and finds a new respect. And where he meets Doc Hudson, who actually used to be a racer. Career ended up short, but he teaches
Yeah.
him how to drift and do all that stuff.
Getting ready for the biggest race of his life.
Um, and so yeah, this is where he kind of finds himself
Learning the
and
value of friendship.
not to he became a better version of himself. And I think just the concept of cars racing and
It
stuff
was fun.
to
It was
have them
fun.
come to life.
All getting ready for the Piston Cup at the end. I think it was a really fun film. Take place in Springs.
Voiced by Owen Wilson, who also plays Mobius in Loki. Really good show. Maybe we'll do a tier ranking of all the Marvel shows.
Like we didn't already do that. Oh, just the shows you
Just
mean?
the shows. Just the
Oh, okay.
shows.
Yeah.
Maybe. But yeah,
But
Cars,
this
I
is
think
not a Marvel video.
it goes on the high end of just good.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Um,
Cars 1, yes.
all right, Cars 2.
Okay, this is where it starts going.
This is gonna hit. This is in the shitter of movies. Lucas, take it away.
I'm already just gonna do it, bro. I'm just gonna
Ass,
get it over with.
ass, ass, ass.
Here it is.
Um, so yeah, what about Cars 2? I really, I mean, they try to do the whole racing thing, and like this is kind of like the World Cup of racing.
So, Cars 2, weakest of the trilogy, might be the weakest film in Pixar history. Maybe.
No, I see one that's pretty weak. I think it's overrated. We'll get to that the movie that he's
Yeah.
looking at right now.
Basically, pulling an international space mission, Lightning McQueen. He's teamed up with
Say his name again.
Lightning McQueen.
You said something else.
What the fuck do you think I said? All right, we'll rewatch this later and see what I said.
I don't know.
Supposedly said.
Okay.
He's being mistaken for a secret agent, and Lightning McQueen is competing once again. This time in a World Grand Prix, and
How the
it's
fuck did you
basically
pull
the
that out of
same.
your
It's
ass?
basically the same story again, but a weaker version. I'm not a big fan of this film.
Yeah, I really don't like retellings, rehashing kind of story, like what Star Wars did. For example, in the
Mater teaming up to trying to sabotage the race. I just don't love it. And
I don't think that the general focus of this was, super spies and Mater being, the main character. Look, I like Mater. I think he's cool, but I don't think there should be a film centered around him and the whole
yeah,
secret spy, whatever the hell they were fucking doing with it. It just didn't work. It didn't hit. I think the premise of the film kind of fell flat, and it's just not. I can't think of any redeeming qualities.
I think it's good there.
Yeah, I think. All right, Cars 3. Okay, so now they're
Cars.
going back to the roots.
Are they doing a Cars 4 too?
I don't think so.
It's done, right?
Yeah, it should be done. Cars 3. Yeah. So
This
now,
actually had a video game too on PlayStation.
so now it's actually I had the spy game.
Did you?
Yeah, it was ass, just like the movie.
Was it worse than the movie?
It was pretty bad. Um,
Better
but
than
no,
Mario Kart?
absolutely not. So yeah, Cars 3. This is now kind of going back to formula a little bit.
This time, Lightning
Back to
McQueen's kind of
formula. Did
struggling
you get
though.
that reference a little bit? Back to formula. Norman Osborn.
What's the MCU have to do with any of this?
It's Disney. Back to formula.
Pixar? Oh, it is Disney technically.
It is Disney. But no, yeah, it kind of goes back to its roots a little bit, going back to racing, and now we see that Lightning McQueen, who was once a cocky rookie, who was kind of taking over the league by storm, is now actually becoming obsolete with new racers like Jackson Storm and the new model cars, and we just learned that he's not good
Yeah,
enough
after
anymore.
his crash, Lightning McQueen is starting to train with Cruz. Cruz what?
I just know
Ramirez?
Amira's Cruz,
Ramirez.
something, whatever.
Not a fucking baseball player.
But yeah, she was pretty much his trainer, and then he pretty much did the passing of the torch
Yeah, passing the torch. I love that. Yep.
and made her like
Basically inspiring the
believe
next
that
generation of cars.
she
Yeah.
could be a racer. I did like that.
Inspiring the next generation of cars, and I did like that too.
I think that's the one
Yeah.
redeeming quality of this movie.
The only redeeming quality about this
I
movie.
don't think I think this goes an ass, but I think it goes just
I'm not
above.
a big Cars fan.
I think it goes above Cars 2 though.
I'm not a big fan of Cars. All right, we're in the ass category. Doesn't really matter the order. Oh, they're all fucking shit.
Yeah, they are all shit, but I know I want to give it its flowers a little bit, and
Okay, pal. Go
okay.
give you his flowers. All right, guys. Next, we are on Up, an instant classic after we did two shit movies. Finally, on one of my favorite Pixar
Is
movies.
this your favorite of
Be
all
quiet.
time?
You'll see in a minute. It starts out Carl Ferguson losing his wife Ellie, who actually named Ellie after.
Yeah,
Did you
that's
know?
actually
That's my name, my dog after Ellie, who passed away. So sad. The whole montage with Ellie was
I
devastating.
mean, seeing how they met as kids too.
How they met and they wanted to. The ultimate goal with Ellie to go with Mr. Ferguson is to go to Paradise Falls, and that was the whole premise of the movie. And you meet Russell. The house goes up in balloons, and the whole premise of the movie was basically Mr. Ferguson wanted to take Russell with him to go to Paradise
He meets
Falls.
Charles Muntz, who is his hero.
His hero, and turns into a villain on the way. And those dogs, you meet Dog, you meet Kevin, you meet Russell, and
And
yeah,
You actually had a fun fact about this,
Fun
right?
fact about this film is the voice actor who plays Mr. Ferguson, who actually did pass away a few years ago, before Cobra Kai season 4, he did pass away. He actually was the same actor who played Johnny's stepdad in Cobra Kai.
Quiet.
Nothing to give because you're a loser, like your father.
Yeah, if you guys watch Cobra Kai. But yeah, he did pass away a few years ago. Devastating. But this movie is an instant classic. It's a childhood favorite.
This goes and go. I don't think there's
There's no
any
question about
question
it.
about it.
That's good. That's good. All right. Up is my second favorite Pixar movie.
All right.
The stuff. Number one option is still on the board.
All right. So next movie we have Brave.
Brave.
And if you told me what happened in this movie, I could not look you in the face and say anything.
Okay, now
This
if we were doing
movie,
a live action movie, who would play? Who would be good to play her?
Sadie Sink.
Bingo.
No, I can't remember shit from this movie. The only thing I really remember is this girl wants to be a hunter and her mom who turned into a fucking bear. I mean,
The princess of Scotland who basically refuses to accept her arranged marriage from her mother, the Queen Eleanor, I think. Eleanor.
oh no, dude, it doesn't matter. This
Rita
movie is shit.
is breaking the curse before it is too late, and on along the way, she's making her choices, doing what she needs to do, and basically learning the importance of family and taking responsibility for what she's doing.
But I
And
think
yes,
her
her
mom
mom
gave her
does
the.
turn into a bear along the way.
I think her mom gave her the freedom though to make her own choice. I think this movie goes an ass, to be honest with you, dude. I don't like this movie at
Okay,
all.
okay.
Maybe like low end of mid. Are people thinking this
Mid.
could be a hot take? I don't know. I don't
It's
think
your opinion. Who gives a fuck?
I don't think it's
Sorry,
mid.
guys, but
Sorry.
these are our opinions, man. You can hate us for them. But if you ask if we care, we'll say no.
But now we go to one of the best Pixar films of all time, Inside Out, and I think the concept is the most ingenious thing I've ever
It's
seen.
fucking brilliant.
With, having, these different type of emotions that control your mood, like
This is
how
where
we
Lucas doesn't be able to talk. So
your root beer because, this is a Disney Channel
it is.
channel.
It's a Disney friendly channel. Shut the fuck up.
So, yes, no, the concept is amazing with all the different types of emotions that Riley, goes through. Oh, you
Joy,
got joy,
sadness, anger, fear, and disgust.
yeah, and my displeasure and disgust and you interrupting me, but that's okay.
Shoes on the other foot.
That's another thing you say all the time. Shoes
Nothing.
on the other
All right.
foot.
Tell the fans.
But no, this movie is really good. I think it hits you right in the feels, and like the way that they go, and when Joy and
Sadness.
so actually the core memories too, like we all have our own core memories that you can never forget, and I think that's amazing. And just the fact, so once um
Sadness.
Joy and Sadness, they get lost and go through all the memories and just seeing, all the memories that she's had in her life. Just I think that is like really cool because that is, you
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
you
You're
get
right.
lost in all your memories and to see all the different types of emotions and stuff on which one represents which, they'll show which one is happiness, which one is,
We all have.
disgust.
We all have all those. Those are all the emotions we
Right.
have
And
as a
then it
person.
shows how she has dreams, like it's a whole like production on how she has
Holy
dreams.
shit! My Adam's apple is really sticking out right now. Guys, look at this. Anyway, get
So
back to it.
thick it cut through fucking glass.
Let's try it.
But no, I think it's also really sad too because Riley she lived in Minnesota, now moving all the way to San Francisco, losing some of her, you know, oldest friends. And I think it's just and she's also kind of losing herself.
And basically, joy just learning that sadness is just as important as happiness is because you're either sad or you're happy or you're a little bit of both. And the big question is, which emotion are you going to be having at that very moment? You could be sad one moment, an hour you could be happy,
And
an hour you could be angry.
I like seeing the emotions too from the parents.
Yeah,
I think that's also
you
really
just get to
cool.
see it all and what's going on inside the brain. I think it's really cool. This movie is an instant classic. There's no question about it. It's got to go in great or go. I mean, it's up there. It's not going under.
Let's go. I think it is above Monsters Inc.
Okay.
I think
Toy
that's
Story 2 then? Is Toy Story 2 above? This was a classic movie. It was a really good film. Inside Out 2, on the other hand, no. But Inside Out
put
1.
it in between Toy Story 1 and Toy Story 2. Like, see, you know more about Pixar's when I know more about Marvel's. Like, you look at this list and it's probably like, oh yeah, definitely. I look at this list and I'm like, bro, I got no fucking clue where some of these movies should go. I mean, no, like I know what would be in GOAT and great, but I don't know where like I would move it and reorganize. This is a Lucas video.
Goat, I think Goat is just like, I wouldn't change a thing about this film. This film is perfect to me. And honestly, looking at this list, um, I really wouldn't change it. I really wouldn't change a thing about any of these movies.
So next movie we got Inside
The
Out 2.
sequel.
This I think was a really like much anticipated movie. And this is I think this is true for everybody, you know. Riley, she finally goes through puberty.
Enter her
And this is
teenage years.
yeah, and you know, as you become a more developed, you start to develop more sophisticated emotions.
And we meet a new group of some emotions:
We get anxiety,
envy
envy.
and embarrassment.
I think there's another one too. The boredom.
Boredom.
Um, but yeah, no, we Maya Hawke actually voiced anxiety.
Does she?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Did you know that she was her father's Tony Hawk and Uma Thurman?
I do know that. Yeah.
Oh,
He told me that.
really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Um, but yeah, no, this movie, I think, don't get me wrong, this is a great movie. I just don't think it
It
hit
did.
on all cylinders like the first one did. I think this, like, I remember when this was on Disney Plus. I didn't see it in theaters like I saw
I didn't
Inside Out
either.
1.
I saw it on Disney
I
Plus.
saw it on Disney Plus. It's like, oh my god, Inside Out 2. So excited to watch it. And after it ended, I came out feeling nothing, to be
So
honest.
you did feel those emotions that they're all giving you in the movies. You felt what exactly? Sadness,
I felt
anxious,
I felt
embarrassed.
I felt nothing. I felt numb.
Well, you got to feel something. With the emotions that are going inside of your brain. What were they telling you?
They're telling you, you know, this movie's good. I like the concept of, you know, Riley now going through puberty, her emotions changing, having different friends, wants to be like her new group of friends, um,
Trying to fit in.
trying to fit in, which I think a lot of kids do when they get older. You know, you some of your old friends fade away and you meet new ones. I think that, and I think that's a amazing, great concept. I wouldn't change that. I just don't think this movie did it for me like the first one did.
Riley finally growing up, realizing that accepting every part of herself. And at the end of the day, that's what you got to do, man. Just good.
So next we have The Good Dinosaur, and I really don't remember a whole lot about this movie. I think this movie is very
Boring.
boring. I can't think of any
The
really.
dinosaur Arlo, who is trying to find his way, getting separated from his family, and along the way, he does find a little human boy, Spot, who together they go on embark a interesting journey. I wouldn't say a fun journey because this movie was not fun. Through the
I felt like
wilderness.
it felt like a job.
Yeah,
If
and
any movie feels like a job to get through, like you feel like you have to like
that was me through the Batman movie.
you're an asshole.
I'm just kidding.
No, if any movie feels like a job, like you feel like you have to force yourself to watch it and get through it,
That was this film.
it's not. It's not a good film.
They're basically facing a dangerous quest together and learning that what it truly means to be brave and find the courage to do what you really want to do. Not what you want to do, but what you need to do to find your way. And I guess it had a good, little bit of a good storytelling towards it. But, I feel like this movie was just trying to be like how every other Pixar movie is.
I think it's just your run of the mill. Oh, you know, a hero needs to try to find himself.
Yeah, you're right. And this movie is going in mid
Low
behind
end,
Brave. Yep. At least Brave had a little bit of a good story to it. This one he just got lost and he was just trying to find his way.
yeah.
I did not find this movie.
Moving on to
Okay,
probably
here
one
we
of
go.
the best. Well, I think we say this for every. This is the most we've had with movies in the GOAT category, and that just shows you how good Pixar is with their films.
Pixar, they
Do
have
you know
they
how
do. Especially the ones that are all in GOAT right now. I'd watch those movies hundreds of times over again if I wanted to. You know how many times I've fucking seen Toy Story 3, Nemo, Up,
No, but none of us asked
Monsters Inc.
that either.
Huh?
None of us asked this,
Well, you brought it up.
yeah, but, alright. So, yeah, we got Coco.
Coco. This
This is a
movie,
beautifully animated film,
yep,
and that is one thing Pixar has always been known for is their animations. Well, they have great stories too, but
your animation this one took sky high. Beautiful.
so, yeah, we got,
Movie about Day of the Dead to be actually.
yeah. So, yeah, Miguel, who his whole life, he wants to be a musician. He
Mhm.
wants to be like his idol, um, Dela Cruz, right?
Yep.
Um, what's his first name?
Who?
Dela Cruz. Either way, it doesn't matter. You know who I'm talking about.
You're asking the wrong
That's
person.
the person he idolizes. He wants to be just like him.
Mhm.
And his
Mm.
family,
Go ahead. Yep.
because so his actual great grandfather Hector, who was actually the person who wrote "Remember Me," but Dela Cruz killed him and took all his credit because he wanted to go back home, but his wife felt like he abandoned her and Coco. Um, Ernesto de la Cruz is the villain's name. He was another really good twist villain because we thought not broken. He is pure evil, but we thought that he was his great grandfather, and we learned that he's actually not. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, so music was banned in his household because Hector left. But he was trying to go back home to see his daughter Coco and Imelda, which is his wife. But because of that, but he actually died. They thought that he just left forever. That's why music was banned. And although music was banned in the household, um, Miguel he still wanted to pursue in music, but did it behind his family's back, and that's how we learn. So actually steals the guitar from and Ernesto's like grave or whatever. Steals his guitar, which is actually his Hector's guitar, and that's how he finds because it's Day of the Dead and whatever. He ends up in their
Well,
world.
you realize not his real grandfather.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
But no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, now he goes on like along this journey of
Exposing the truth.
the afterlife.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Getting the truth out there, man, and finally reuniting with his family. And basically, this movie had great music to it, all about family, keeping the memories of all your loved ones. I mean, this movie was just great all around, and I don't really have anything bad to say about it.
yeah. I mean, I think the concept too of like
The animation
keep
was great too.
well, keeping your picture on the ofrenda or whatever that like that. It's how people remember you and how you can go back to visit your families, and it's just a way to commemorate your memory. And I think the idea of being forgotten,
Mhm.
nobody remembers you, and that's how you die.
Yep.
I think that's also another good concept.
Now, we don't have a lot of movies in great. We do have a lot of movies in GOAT, but this movie is so good.
It's in Go. It's in Go. Don't Are you actually debating if this goes
No,
in?
no, 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 no. It's going to go. I'm just saying. I'm thinking about all these, but they're actually belong there. But where is
I
it
think
going?
Finding Nemo could be a high end of great.
Okay. That
I
should be
think
fine.
that's fair.
When I watched as a kid, like I love Finding Nemo. So I'm like, I fucking love Finding Nemo, and how Bruce was actually not like you think it was a shark, but like, obviously he was a shark. But you think he was like this bad villain, but he really wasn't.
Yeah,
I
you
don't know.
think about he's a shark. We know he's a shark, but he didn't really know if he was a shark yet.
It's like that fucking Shark Tale movie.
Shark Tale is awesome,
It
dude.
is
Will
awesome.
Smith.
That's Disney, right?
No, it's not.
What is it?
I don't fucking know. But it's not.
DreamWorks.
Yes,
DreamWorks.
DreamWorks. There you go.
If you guys want a DreamWorks tier ranking, let us know in the comments.
Ball knowledge.
Um, Coco is going. Oh, this is tough.
In between Monsters Inc. and Toy Story 2.
Monsters Inc. But there's gonna be a
It's still GOAT though. It's still
it's
GOAT.
still in the GOAT
And
category.
I think the one that would be behind it is Onward,
You're gonna spoil it for you think you have Onward and GOAT?
potentially.
All right, let's talk about it. Next up is Onward, featuring Tom Holland and Chris Pratt, about these two brothers, Lightfoot, Ian Lightfoot and Barley Lightfoot, going on this adventure. Um, it's kind of ironic because Chris Pratt and Tom Holland kind of are like brothers. I feel like Chris Pratt's like the older
He's
brother
the
of
older
Tom Holland,
brother, and Tom Holland. He picks on Tom
and he
Holland.
actually is the younger brother. Set off on a quest
You ever
to
watched that thing on Jimmy Kimmel?
yeah,
Sorry.
who was like, "Who's your favorite actor?"
And he's like Denzel Washington. He's like, okay, let me simplify. His name starts with a T, and he's like, Tom Hanks. And then he's like, his first name is uh Tom or whatever. He's like Tom Hardy, then Tom Hiddleston. You get what? Okay, sorry, but I'm just showing their big brother little brother relationship.
Here's the clip because Jameson wants you to see it.
About an actor whose name begins with Tom. Oh, how about that? Tom Cruise.
So next up, yeah, what was I saying? They're on a quest to find this great magic spell that can bring their late father back one day when Ian and Barley are just teaming up together, trying to find their way. A loyal brother, a younger brother. That truck he's in, that truck's fucking, or that car is fucking cool as shit, man. They discover that the family they have is just as important as the one they just lost. And the spell they go on, the adventure they go on is so much fun. This is a fun film, man. And I just came out a few years ago, actually. I think right after Avengers Infinity War, I think. Um,
But
that's a fun film, Onward.
you know what? I think it's high end of
Yeah, I don't think it's
great.
GOAT.
In between Monsters U and Nemo.
Really? You have this above Monsters University?
Yeah. Do you want to move it?
I mean, I feel like I'm making decisions this entire time.
Lucas's list here.
Next up, Jameson can do this one because this is one of his favorite Pixar movies.
Soul. I don't know. It's not one of my favorites. It's a good one
I
though.
said one of your favorites.
No, not even close.
Uh,
But made by
so,
the same people.
Following Joe Gardner, a middle school band teacher who is just dreaming of becoming a jazz musician.
One of Jameson's favorite movies, but I'm gonna talk about it anyways.
Go for it. I started you off.
Thanks. No, Soul. Soul is a good movie made by the same people who made Inside Out. But yeah, this is about Joe.
Joe Goldberg?
No, um, although his last name does start with a G, Gardner. But no, his whole life, his whole passion has been about music. But he's a music teacher who's kind of like, I don't want to say failed musician, but he's never really gotten his chance of stardom until one day he actually does, and gets a gig, and he finally has meaning in his life just for it to be cut short and dies. And
Jeez, that was dark.
but no, that's what happens. So now,
Nice.
um, he dies and finds himself in the great before, and that's where he finds um, soul named 22, who has been partnered up with so many people who tried to influence her to wanting to go to Earth, but she's found no purpose and no reason for it to go to Earth. She just
Yep.
doesn't find it interesting or anything until one day Joe, he feels like he missed his opportunity to finally get what he's been searching for his whole life. So they go back and actually, 22 possesses the body of Joe, while Joe possesses a cat, and he's trying to, guide him or guide her through that whole transition as, taking over his body and all that. And I think that's just a good concept. And by the end of it, 22 finds out that Earth is actually an awesome place to be in and
Yeah,
is
it is.
able to go to Earth. And I think just the whole concept too is, it's appreciating every day and the moments that make life meaningful, and that's how she was able to find meaning in life. Um, I think Soul is a great movie. I would put this in between Onward and Finding Nemo.
That was a great film. I do agree with what you say about that. It's just a fun journey, and
All
kind
right,
of like
Luca time.
Lucas. Okay.
or Luca, like, or as I like to call it, Luca Pupa, because this movie is no, this movie's okay.
Yeah, Luca. Basically just a young sea monster who wants to explore the human world, and
I'm sorry, I've actually never watched Luca, so I can't tell you shit from this.
yeah, basically they're disguising themselves as humans on land, and basically just traveling the world. I want to see what it's like being human. I think it's a very interesting story. Do I have it in goat? No. Um,
No, this is not even up for debate. Well, I can't say shit because I've never watched it.
be
So
quiet for a second. Basically, they're just trying to find their way. Seeing what it's like on land and embracing who they truly are, and that is why I have this movie. Actually, where do you got this movie? I feel like I got it
I
just
can't
good.
I can't rank it.
Just good.
Well, I like I said, I can't rank it because I've never seen it. So this is up to you, bro.
I feel like it's nothing too exciting, but it's
I mean, my brother used to watch it all the time, and I couldn't really remember a whole lot. The only thing I really know is that they're sea monsters underwater. But
yeah. I think I got it there, man.
all right, next
Luca.
movie we got Turning Red, and this is a really interesting movie because this shows it's kind of like another thing where kid goes through puberty, they change and all that stuff, but she actually changes into a giant red panda, hence the name. So
Turning
this is
red.
Mei Lee. That's the name of the
Yep.
character, I believe. Um, and this is a thing throughout her whole family. They've all been they
Yeah.
for some type of curse, I think, where they all become like red pandas
hmm
or whatever. Um,
when she's experienced her emotions.
right. So she and her friends, I think this is one of the most diverse movies ever because it kind of talks about real life things with LGBTQ and just kind of like a gent. Although this movie takes place in like 1997, I
Does it?
think,
Oh, okay.
but it does talk about that type of stuff a little bit, which I do like. Um, but yeah, they want to see like this boy band and whatever. And Mei Lee, she uses the red panda as a way to get money and kind of hustle people, so her and her friends can go see the
Yep.
movie.
Yep.
And
Yep.
then they try to do this whole ceremony though to get rid of the red panda. But May, she actually doesn't want to. She finds out that she likes the panda, and that's when her mom loses it and goes ape shit pretty much on her. And it shows us how big her panda actually is, and just it's bad. But the movie
Basically
itself,
embracing who she truly is as the panda. I mean, you basically hit on all the points
yeah,
that
I think
I
this,
was thinking about, but I did the other
I
movie.
think
So
that also the animation, great as always.
where you got this movie?
I think this movie is low end of great,
Okay. Above
great.
here.
No, yeah, low end.
Next up, we have Lightyear.
And
This
I
movie
think
is
this
a disappointment, man. I was looking forward to this movie. I was looking forward to the Buzz Lightyear backstory, the legendary Space
this
Ranger.
is this is the movie that Andy watched, and the reason why he wanted to get the Buzz Lightyear action figure.
hmm Buzz is testing hyperspace, trying to find his way home. Obviously, Zurg is in the film. Um,
Who's actually a future Buzz, not his dad, like it was in
yeah,
like
that
it
was.
was in Toy Story.
Oh, yeah, you're fine. I mean, that was obviously they tried to do what Star Wars was doing,
Yeah, but
but
Star
it was still
Disney
cool.
owns Star Wars
But at the time,
at the time. Yeah,
was the biggest fucking mistake he ever made.
George Lucas.
Um, Buzz trying to stop the mysterious Zurg and learning that moving forward is the most important thing he can do. And there was a funny thing you were saying about.
Zurg.
It wasn't you. Never mind. It wasn't you. Saying something about the cat. Someone saying something funny about the cat. I don't know if it was you or somebody else.
But either way, this movie really isn't good.
It's not good. I was not entertained with this, and yeah, basically Zurg is just the Buzz Lightyear.
I think it's boring. I think it's a mid movie.
You don't have an ass.
No, I think it gets hated on a little too much, but it's not.
behind good Toy Story, I think.
Yeah. All right.
Elemental.
Elementals. This is
Okay.
another, I think, beautifully animated movie, as all Pixar movies are. Um, I like the it kind of reminds me of Zootopia a little bit, where in Zootopia you have the different animals living in their own different environments. The kind of same with Elementals, where water they live in their section,
Mhm.
Fire Town or wherever that they all live in that specific area. Yeah, Elementals is kind of like the whole premise is like how fire and water
Can't mix. Yep.
don't mix, but but it's also kind of like a Romeo and Juliet type movie, though. It's the same, I think, over redundant concept where family doesn't want you to hang out with with this person. We don't think
Yeah.
he's good for you or that. But it's not terrible.
Was kind of like that story. Yeah,
I think yeah, Wade is his name. And
Wade
Ember.
and Ember. So yeah, Wade actually dies at the end. Obviously, he comes back because you don't want a Pixar movie to end in sadness.
That's what Disney always does. They always do this fake out where it ends, the hero dies or whatever, and then comes back.
And Amber finally discovering that she doesn't have to let others decide her future for her, which I love. I think that's great. A great theme in this movie.
I think this movie is.
I really enjoyed this film. I did.
I think it's gonna be on the low end of just good.
Okay.
All
Maybe
right,
above Luca though.
Elio, another movie I actually have not watched these last two movies, so Lucas, you can go ahead and talk about these two. I will just be here for um emotional support.
Emotional support. You have not watched Hoppers? I thought you
I
watched it at the theaters.
I haven't watched Hoppers.
Okay, so Elio, basically about a boy with an imagination who is mistaken for Earth's leader, and he's finally transported to the commie. Stop making that face at me.
What
You're making a goofy face at me. The commie universe. Um,
the the cum universe? Take the part out.
he's navigating a strange world and befriends with someone named Alien Glorden. He is trying to find the confidence to represent humanity, represent from being himself, and basically about just finding your strength, finding your passion. And this film was, I would say, it was okay. I wasn't. It's not like let's say it's great. It's kind of mid. It's going above right there.
All right, and now we
Hard
got
to
the newest Pixar movie, Hoppers.
Hopper. So you have not seen this?
I'm not, unfortunately, I'm not seeing this movie.
So Hoppers. A basically I got this character named what was
Her name.
her name?
Well, she want
Anyway,
she
trying to
like
find her groundbreaking technology to find her consciousness into basically robotic behavior.
a ground chuck.
Beaver.
Beaver.
Yeah.
What the hell is
Allowing her
that?
to communicate with other animals,
I've never heard you
teaming
make
up
that sound before.
kind of like yeah.
What?
You were about to say something, so you did see this movie.
I saw the trailer for it, not the
Okay.
movie. But yeah, her
Teaming up with animals.
consciousness kind of
She
gets
is
transported
yep,
into an
yep, yep,
animal.
yep, yep, yep. She is trying to protect her home while discovering what it truly means to understand nature from the inside. And man, I actually did really enjoy this film. I'm not gonna lie to you. This film is actually really good, and I do have it in great.
Whoa!
I do. This movie gets some hate, but this movie is actually a fun. It was a fun film. Um,
I think it was a box office flop.
nope, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
Nope. Check it out.
Yeah, I don't know. I like I said.
It's going right in front of Toy Story 4. This it was fun. It was a fun film.
All right, now we're moving on to Wally.
Now, okay, Wally. When I very first watched this movie, I hated it.
Whoa.
I did not like it, but I checked it out a few years ago, and I just had such a different opinion about it. I found the movie like a lot more enjoyable when I first watched it. I know Walt, you don't really you're used to people talk and have a conversation throughout the film, but this is different. Like it actually, I liked the story it had. It was great.
Yeah, the
So,
fact that Earth has been polluted, which
yep.
is kind of a real world thing, and the people go on the Earth, and everybody they all go on this ship. It's called the Axiom, I think.
Mhm.
It's called the yeah. So because Earth, has had no
It's covered
hope.
in trash.
Yeah.
Yep.
So all the people transfer to the Aximo, and we see that or Axiom, and they all are out of shape because they've been on these hover chairs their whole entire life. Um,
Helping humanity rediscover Earth and find out what it truly is. Basically, finding the importance of protecting the planet. Basically, what Earth Day is really
Shut
all
the fuck
about.
up for a second, because you interrupted me. So,
See, that's how it feels.
um, no, well, because all right. No, I probably deserve a little bit of that. Uh,
Where they, sorry,
but no, but we find out that there is life still on Earth, and now realizing that, yeah, like you said, they realize that we need to protect the Earth,
yeah,
and you know, reconnecting
it's
with.
Earth Day. I mean, that's what Earth Day is. It really shows you got to care for things. You can't just fucking throw garbage in the ocean.
Yeah, it shows why you need to protect the planet, because
Mhm.
one day, it could
One
end up
day
like
it's
that.
gonna happen. Yep, yep. Stranger Things will happen one day. Um, that's Stranger Things. This show. Just Stranger Things will happen. Uh, this was. This is obviously a goat film. This is one of the best films Pixar made. Like I said, even though there's not a lot of talking throughout the film, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. At the end of the day, it has a great story towards it, protecting, trying to show how you need to protect the planet because little Wally is lonely, man. You don't want to leave Wally out there alone. So Wally,
And I love the relationship too between him and Eve.
yeah, him and Eve.
This is another goat movie.
Oh my god, this is a tough decision. You know what? You rank this one because I feel like this is. I've been ranking a lot of these.
This is Lucas's list
You
today.
can rank. You can rank.
Yes. Wally. What is that?
Just tell me where you want it.
Shut the fuck up.
No, I'm getting rid of it.
I can do this. All right. Um,
What was that you said? Get a fucking.
I don't know what's happening.
Where'd you put it? Where's the fucking movie? Oh, it's ass.
I don't know
Dick. Only movies in ass are two fucking car movies.
because they're not good. Wally.
Don't you do it? Don't you do it? Okay, I can play with that.
I think that's.
I can work with that because we're gonna change that at the end, like we usually tend to. I mean,
I think that's a fair spot. All right.
I'm looking at. Hold on. Okay, so we got Up, Toy Story 3, Incredibles, Toy Story. Well, we got two Toy Stories in the top five.
I mean, that
Ooh,
just shows you
they're
how good
so fucking.
the
They're so good.
franchise of Toy Story has been.
Alrighty, last up, we have
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
This movie takes such a simple concept and turns it into one of the best one of the best movies ever.
Yeah.
One of the
Um,
best animated, one of the best stories ever. I feel like
following Remy. Remy, right?
Remy, yes,
Remy,
Remy the Rat
the talented rat who has a big passion for cooking, who dreams of becoming the great head chef in Paris. And
of Gusteau's.
yeah, and then he works in sorry, fucking some of my eye.
The whole premise of this
Basically
movie,
working in with a chef who's inexperienced. He's struggling and Linguini, right?
yeah, Linguini, who's the father, I mean, not the father, the son of legendary chef Gusteau, actually.
Dough, yep. And
Um,
together they create an extraordinary dishes while they're working together and basically showing that anyone can cook.
anyone can
And
cook.
it has like you said, it has such a basic story behind it, but the way they delivered it was just fucking peak. And
I thought the fact
yeah,
of Antoine Ego being like this huge kind of like food critic, um, and like the presence that he has when he enters a room,
mhm,
because he buried Gusteau's,
yeah,
and they lost a star, and then I guess Gusteau died from a broken heart or whatever.
yeah.
So either way,
It's just
it's just a really good movie. I don't think there's really a whole lot you can say about it without
basically just
I
creating their incredible dishes together. the chef's learning that he finally start to know how to cook, and
And like I
it's just
said,
perfect.
like a simple premise like that, but like I think it just
It works.
it really does
It
work.
works. And basically, yeah, like saying like his father said to him, his motto, anyone can cook. And this, my friend, is my favorite
I
Pixar
fucking knew.
movie
I
of
fucking
all
knew.
time.
I knew it was your
It is
favorite
going
movie.
number one. You can change. You can say what you want to say though, but I don't think you want. I don't think you're gonna
I
change
don't
it.
think I'm changing it either.
So guys,
That's our list. Let us know how we did. I feel like there's some questionable movies that there's some movies that I think they could be
okay,
changed.
I'm gonna be more realistic and not as biased. I'm gonna change a few things.
Okay, let me see.
Do it.
What do you?
Monsters Inc. All right, Up and Incredibles is
I think it's top 5 for sure.
okay. These top five can be interchangeable, except for Ride 2. Ride 2, we stayed right where it is. These 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is good. Hell, even 6. 2 through 6 can be interchangeable. I want to see if you have anything you want to change about it.
I really like
I feel
where
like ass is where it belongs. I'm
I
sorry,
sorry
Cars.
to the Cars, sorry to the Cars franchise and the fans of the
The
Cars
first one
franchise.
was good, just good. It's not great. I mean,
It's nothing
you
special.
could say it was great. Some people, if you really love race car
You
movies,
know, as a kid, I actually adored Cars too, but
I've always loved race car movies. You know, Fast and Furious series, the cars,
fucking shit.
but
I hate the Fast and well,
well, they milked that series.
Tokyo Drift is really good though.
Yeah, it was good.
But I've never
I
been a
think this is a
car
good.
race
I think
guy.
this is actually a decent list. I think Soul's in a great spot. Finding Nemo, I do agree, should be great. I don't. We had it in Go at first, but I don't think it's goat related. I mean, when I was a kid, I loved it, but now looking back, I think this is a perfect list.
Yeah, and I think, and like you said, let us know if you want to change anything.
Yeah.
But that is gonna do it, for today. My
Hey
name's
guys,
Jameson here with
long video
Lucas.
today, but
Yeah, this has been the Real Film Pod. Signing off till next time.
deuces.
Deuces.